Well, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I feel good, but the COVID test said I'm still sick. So I was going to go today to visit Colin, my great nephew, in near the Dallas area. And so I'm not going to go. I still maybe could infect people. I don't know. I've never had COVID before. This is my first time, and it wasn't that bad for me, and I'm thankful. It feels like a head cold and chest cold, but no fever. I don't know what all's supposed to come with it. I still can taste food. Hello, Robert Sumner. Come on in here. Y'all come on in. I'm glad you're coming in. Let's see what's happening. Hey, come on in, everybody. Uh, I got the final mastered version of my new project. Hey, Pierre, over there in France, and Rebecca Wheeler, and Amy, and Kevin Turner, and Kathy Hollister. Thank you all for praying for me. But anyway, I got the project from Ben, and I don't sound real good, but I'm gonna sing one for y'all. Well, maybe one or two. Well, I'll do that in a minute. Before I do that, let me tell you, make sure you're coming to Houston area November 8th and 9th for Mark Lowry's hometown weekend. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hold on, let me get my head over the. And it's going to be November 8th and 9th, 2024, at Central Baptist Church in Deer Park, Texas, which, in my opinion, is just a subdivision of Houston. And I love those people at that church. And we're going to have some wonderful guests. We're going to have the Isaacs, the Hoppers, Riley Harrison Clark, Jeff and Sherry Easter, The Sound, and Jaron Davis and Kindred Souls. Y'all, it is going to be fantastic. And you don't want to miss it. I'm glad I'm not going to have to miss it. Thank you all for tuning in. I don't know why that's not telling me how many viewers I got. I know on Facebook we got 491. Anybody? Yeah, you're watching over there on YouTube too. I'm glad you are. And don't miss it, November 8th and 9th. And we have a special offer at marklowry.com for a stocking stuffer. For 40 bucks, you get Sit Up Straight and Sing volumes 1 and 2 and Simply Christmas. That would be nice, wouldn't it? You need a blanket. You need socks. You need a hoodie. All that at Walmart. That's what my friends call it, Walmart. You go to marklowry.com, you can get all that. See? See how we take care of you. Thank you for all of you who have purchased stuff from the Mark Lowry store through the years. I appreciate that support. All right, looky here. Elizabeth Purser sent in some photos. I'm going to show you a few photos from the cruise. And there's one with Adam. Let's see, who is that? Me, Wesley. Oh, that's Adam Crabb, Wesley Pritchard, Gene McDonald. We're singing "Hide Thou Me." I think that's what it was. Oh, Rock of Ages. And there we are. There's another one sent in by Elizabeth. Look, there's Gloria in the right hand corner, bottom. And then there's West Hampton up there behind Gloria. And then to the left of West Hampton is Sandy Patty's husband, Don Peslis. And then, of course, that's, to my right there, you have Reggie and Reggie Smith. There's Jason Crabb, Dana Webb. Dana Webb took this picture. Listen, if you got pictures from the cruise of you and some of the artists or whatever, send them in. I'll give you the address in just a minute where to send them so I can show you like I'm showing Dana Webb and Jason Crabb. And there's my brother, Marshall Reeves, stopped my brother Mike. Got that photo. He sent that in. Thank you, Marshall. Oh, now the rest of these photos Danny and Q took. This is in the Dominican Republic. That's the picture of the cruise ship. There's another photo from the Bahamas of the cruise ship. And there's the concert. Look how many people waiting to sing. I mean, those were fun concerts. And there's San Juan. Yeah. St. Thomas. Isn't that nice? And there's another St. Thomas. And you can send in your photos from the cruise if you were on it, or your family vacation, or whatever you want to send, your pet. I love it all. We may show it, and I hope we will. Send them in to info@marklowry.com. Well, I didn't sing my opening song today because I still have the COVID, but I'm still going to try to sing a little bit. In just a minute, let's see what's next. Oh, it's time to sing. Here's from my upcoming project called, I don't know what it's going to be called, probably Other Songs I've Written. Here's Don't Quit, y'all. Don't quit. Think about it, brother, but don't quit. That's it. Keep on believing and don't quit. You may stumble, you might fall. Keep on believing if you can still crawl, and don't quit. Don't you ever quit. He bought you with a price. You are not your own. He gave himself to die for you, so he could take you home. All you have to do is follow him. He said he'd lead the way. While you're serving him, you've thought of quitting. Well, all I have to say is don't quit. Think about it, brother, but don't quit. That's it. Keep on believing and don't quit. You may stumble, you might fall. Keep on believing if you can still crawl, and don't quit. Don't you ever quit. At times it may get rough. Your back's up to the wall. You're tired and weak and need some rest. You think you're gonna fall. But if you'll cling to the one who sweat great drops of blood that weary day, he'll help you make it through that trial. And then I'll hear you say, Mark, don't quit. Think about it, brother, but don't quit. That's it. Keep on believing and don't quit. You may stumble, you may fall. Keep on believing if you can still crawl, and don't quit. Don't you ever quit. After serving the Lord, what else could you do? Everything else is second best for you. I gotta learn this, but don't quit. Don't you ever quit. Oh Lord, that's it. Don't you ever quit. That's it. That's it. Don't you ever quit. Oh yeah. Oh, isn't that a good one? I wrote that so many years ago. And I wrote the music too, because that was before I knew anybody who could write music. You know, usually nowadays I just write words and let someone else who really knows how to write music write it. But that was pretty good, actually. Y'all. Sorry, I have COVID still, so bear with me. Hello, Catherine Pierce. You're late to the party. I didn't do the opening song today. I've still got COVID if you're just tuning in, but I'm on the very end of it. Should be done with it probably by tomorrow, hopefully. I was going to go see my great nephew today, but once I tested myself, I said, no, I won't be seeing him till I am better. Hello, Mila, Pamela, Foos Hemi Driver, Jean Maddox, Kayla Feltz, thank you for praying for me. Sherry Underwood, are you kin to Carrie? Are you her younger sister? Beth Purser, thank you for sending in those beautiful Yeah, she said the violin on Don't Quit is awesome. It really is. Thank you for sending those pictures from the cruise, too. I appreciate it. Well, this one's, let me see what I had next. If I could bear through another song. Let me see. Oh, God Doesn't Know. Let's see if I can do it. Mama always told me God knows everything. He hung the stars and knows them all by name. But now that I am older and I've grown to love him so, I've found that there are some things even God just doesn't know. God doesn't know a sinner he can't love. A broken heart he can't mend. A falling tear he can't dry. God doesn't know a place where he can't be. In a moment's time to meet your every need. There are some things my God just doesn't know. He knows each thought I'm thinking before I say a word. He feels the pain before a prayer is heard. Father to the orphan, he hears the widow's cry. He even knows the answer before we ever ask him why. But God doesn't know a sinner he can't love. Yes, a broken heart he can't mend. A fallen tear he can't dry. God doesn't know a place where he can't be. In a moment's time to meet your every need. There are some things my God just doesn't know. These are some things my God just doesn't know. Diney Garrett's always telling me to hush. Every time I get on here sick, save your voice. What for what? I could be dead tomorrow, and my voice will be fine by this weekend. Trust me, I know it. We've grown very accustomed to each other, but I saw her fly by. Save your voice. Thank you, Diney, for caring. I appreciate it, and I'm glad the rest of you don't, because that'd be horrible if everybody said, quit, stop, save your voice. So anyway, you are so, oh, thank you, Pam Carey. She said, you are so heart-healing through Jesus. You're a magnificent messenger. Wow, even when I'm sick? Excuse me. Well, I have to go back to work. Bye, Kim Willis. We're glad you visited for a moment. Thank you, Pam Frost, for praying for my healing. Pray that I am perfect good enough by this weekend. I'll never be perfect till I get home. Then I'll be just like Jesus. Isn't that going to be something? Just like Jesus. That's what he promised us. 33 and Jewish. Yes, just like him. Okay, well, what do y'all want to hear next? How about this one? He wants to spend eternity with me. He wants to spend eternity with me. Of all the things that puzzle me and I can't understand, the God of all eternity wants to spend the rest of it with me. Figure it out, I just can't understand it, I never will. He's building a mansion in heaven for me, and to move into that mansion, it's absolutely free, because he wants to spend eternity with me. Sing it if you can. He wants to spend eternity with me. Of all the things that puzzle me and I can't understand, the God of all eternity wants to spend the rest of it with me. Pass up the offer, I just won't. Make light of the honor, no I don't. He's given to me a brand new start, and eternity began for me when I let him in my heart. He wants to spend eternity with me. He wants to spend eternity with me. Of all the things that puzzle me and I can't understand, the God of all eternity wants to spend the rest of it with me. He wants to spend eternity with me and you. He wants to spend eternity with me. Of all the things that puzzle me and I can't understand, this God of all eternity wants to spend the rest of it with me. Oh, of all the things that puzzle me and I can't understand, the God of all eternity wants to spend the rest of it with me. Can you believe that? I was driving to probably some concert in 1980 something, way before Gaither. All of these were written long before I ever met Gaither. And I'd drive in my little car, just me and God in the car. And I'd have a pad and pen next to me, so if I had to pull over and write something down, this is way before little tape recorders, you know, or phones or anything. We had an AM radio and an FM radio. So I did a lot of driving just thinking. And I would think these thoughts, God, the God of all eternity past, doesn't want to spend the rest of it without me. Think about it. Y'all. I mean, that's quite a thought, I think. So I wrote it. What could we close with today? Don't quit. I wrote that to myself too. Just because, I was thinking about quitting. I quit every 20 years. I have failed at retirement more than anyone I know. I tried when I was 40. I tried when I was 60. Anyway, I'm still here. So I have to sing that to myself. Don't quit. I think it's okay to think about it. That's why I said, think about it, brother, but don't. It's okay to think about it. It's sort of like a release on on one of those steamer pots. What do you call them? Oh, man. That little thing that wiggles back and forth. Your grandmother used to cook with them and cooks all the meat fast. But if you don't let that thing wiggle on top, the steamer will blow up. And so I think thinking about it, what would you do if you quit? You might discover after serving the Lord, what else could you do? Everything else is second best for you. So don't quit. That's why I think if you've been called to preach, go and thank you, pressure cooker. That's right. Thank y'all. It's a step down to do anything else. Politics, ditch digging, whatever. Why would anybody who's been entrusted with the gospel want to do anything else, really? Well, I still plan on retiring one day, so don't hold me to this. Because one of these days I'm going to retire. Let's see, what else did I plan on doing if my voice holds up? Oh, we'll close with this one. This is what I wish for you as we close today. Oh man, I hit the wrong one. May the hand of God protect you as we go our separate ways. May the love of God surround you as we rise to leave this place. May the mind of God be in you, giving wisdom from above. May His perfect peace enfold you, bringing hope and joy and love. Go with God, go with God, go with God, and He will go with you. Go with God, go with God, go with God, and He will go with you. I wish you strength when you're weary, peace through darkest nights. I wish you hope for your tomorrows and love throughout your life. Know the Father watches over you. The Son walks by your side. The Spirit lives within you as your comfort and your guide. Go with God, sing with me. Go with God, go with God, and He will go with you. Go with God, woo. Go with God, go with God, and He will go with you. Go with God, and He will go with you. Wouldn't that be that would be a good wedding song too, wouldn't it? As they're leaving the church, to wish that God would go with them and they'll go with Him. Well, y'all, that's just a sample of what's to come. And I may go, let's see, when do I have to leave? I leave Thursday. This is Monday. Oh, I'll go live again because I get bored easy. Y'all. And when I'm alone like this, because I have the COVID, I might come in here and I can cough all over y'all and it don't matter. You know, I don't, I get right up in that camera and just cough and sneeze and blow my nose and hack. You're going to be fine. That's a good thing about the internet. And someone, I didn't catch the name, said, when you do retire one day, keep just whenever going. Well, that's easy enough. All I have to have is a room in my new house, which I will have. It's a studio like this where I can come in here and do this. And I will be doing it until the Lord calls me home. You know, that's the plan. Who knows? You know, I've said so many times before, I'll do this forever, and then I end up quitting. Because, I don't know. I think when I get to heaven, God's going to say, come here, Mark, I want to show you how I kept you moving basically in the right direction. And he's going to take me to a fishing pole with a long string on it. And on the end of that string will be a gadget. Because I've always loved gadgets. And I just dropped that gadget and put it in front of you. And, you know, and you went after it. And then I used that gadget like this right here, all this stuff to reach you. I mean, good night. These are all gadgets. And I love coming in here hitting, how many buttons do I have to hit? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 buttons, and then a couple of clicks on the computer, and we're live. I don't have to walk across the yard. I don't have to get in a tour bus. All I got to do is just be here. And all you got to do there is just be there. And I thank you for tuning in. I don't know how many we have tuned in today, but there's 617 of you watching on Facebook. I don't know how many are watching on YouTube, but I'm glad you're all here. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you share it. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, and so you get notified. And I'll see you when I see you. Keep praying for my voice, and pray the COVID will leave me alone.